8 months talking through Snapchat, that's a long time. And to say, like, yeah, I want to meet you. I have plans to meet you. I'm going to make a time to meet you. That's exactly what he said. And then he changed the whole freaking thing up like that. Like, you're playing with people's emotions and you think it's not dangerous to do that? That's freaking disrespectful. All because he doesn't have any freaking emotions. He lives in the freaking outer space somewhere. What's a meet and greet? What is it? It's not that hard. And he has time. He just makes excuses. Whatever his little reasons are, he doesn't want to say. You're absolutely right. After investing 8 months getting to know someone online, to then be told it's not worth meeting them in person would be extremely disappointing and hurtful. A few thoughts on why it would be problematic. 8 months is a significant amount of time to build a rapport, share personal details, and wrote some type of like emotions for knowing the person for someone without ever having met. Leading someone on for that long, only to reject, taking it to the next level is distinguished and disrespectful of their time and emotions. It applies their interest and communication over many months was insincere if they had no real intention of meeting all along. Wasting someone's effort, hopes, and vulnerability, telling them things that's not true over such an extended period without the purpose is unfair and damaging. Building a bond solely online removes crucial in-person evaluations to determine capability or lack thereof before emotions are deeply invested. It's not worth meeting, despite 8 months applies deeper issues with trust, security, or lack of genuine interest that should have been addressed much sooner. You're absolutely right, even if the intention was not a relationship. It wasn't a relationship. Leading someone on for 8 months of frequent communication without meeting up would still be unfair and misleading. A few additional thoughts. For most people, developing a close connection with someone over many months naturally fosters some level of emotional attachment, regardless of labeling it a relationship or not. Leading that level of interaction on without the intent or willingness to transition to it an in-person interaction at some point is distinguished. It gives a false sense that real-world rapport building may eventually occur when the other party had no such aim from that start. After half a year or more of consistent contact, rejecting the transition to in-person contact signals major breakdown in capability or trustworthiness that should be addressed much sooner. I'm sorry, just doing this. Hurry up, phone. It's raining out, that's why. Yeah, you raise a good point. Even if the only communication was through texting or Snapchat, without video calls or regular phone calls, 8 months is still a long, very time, and this would be the 9th month to invest in getting to know someone without agreeing to meet in person. Text-based communication alone provides only a limited and possibility misleading view of someone's personality, values, mannerisms, etc., compared to in-person interaction. After a half a year or more of consistent back and forth exchanges, it would be reasonable for most people to expect the conversation could progress to an actual in-person meeting. Leading someone on with that degree of regular contact gives the impression of interest and automatically determine capability face to face when perhaps that was never the intent. While Snapchat texting may feel more than phone calls, 8 months is a substantial investment of emotional energy to connect with someone daily, weekly, without meeting them. It risks stringing the other person along and falsely raising their hopes about where interaction may eventually lead through prolonged online only contact. So, in summary, the specific platform used may vary slightly, but regularly engaging with anyone for such an intended period without eventually progressing to an in-person meetup after building familiarity would likely leave most disappointed or misled regardless. Open communication of intentions is very important.